They'll be coming out next. There was a very quick turnover for them in the seniors as they were coming out, coming off the track. We were going live with the racing, and a very, very strong everything I can. Put that kart to the front. Let's see if we can do that today here as he starts it on the 6th row of the grid. Well, engines start to fire up. Let's take you through that full starting lineup then as the drivers slowly make their way onto the circuit. It's Luna Flusha and Hamza Al-Fayez on row number 1, Marcus Shilkunis and Daniel Kelleher on row 2, Hugo Heron and Austin Gale round out row number 3. Gale, who found himself on the podium yesterday. Francis Zielinski and Philippe Carras go from row 4. They'll have Sky Parker and Adam Sador on row number 5. Isaac Say and Ghazi Motlaka on row number 6. Mohamed Menemni, the final winner from Dubai in the second final of their weekend, starts alongside fellow countryman Alessandro Biggi on row 7. Maximilian Rafalik and Sarabat Soy go from row 8. They'll have Jean Carras and Sebastian Korpeng on row number 9. Charles Lambert and Gianna Pascal round out the top 20. They go from row 10. They'll have Charlotte Page and Sophia Sanfari on row 11. Louis Hartmann and Anastasia Genesis on row 12. Gillian Pope and Plix Trevino on row 13. They'll have Izoleta Kozlova and Yana Kapoor on row 14. The 30-kart field is rounded out by Rian Caruz and Cole Hewitson, who unfortunately didn't have a good qualifying over the course of this morning's sessions. There was a bit of a delay to that qualifying, but the team behind the scenes working frantically hard, got the drivers out, and we still remain on time here. So great work by the officials over the course of this weekend. And of course, all of the track staff here at the Al Fassan International Sports Resort. Second time the Champions of the Future Academy program has been here. The first time was the inaugural round of the championship back in November of last year. And again here in December, right at the end of the season. Of course, all of these drivers, a lot of them from Europe, racing in cold conditions there. Smiles for Martin Bean ahead of this first qualifying heat for the seniors. Question is, are we going to get a clean start? First time of asking. The answer to that is yes. Lights are out. We are racing down in towards turn number 1. It's a good start for the outside row there. Brilliant start for Hamza Al-Fayez. There's some cars getting caught out in the background there, and there you can see the 239 who's had a really not great start. That's Alessandro Biggi, unfortunately, right to the back of the field. He had a half spin there, but thankfully he kept it going. At the front though, Hamza Al-Fayez leads the way. Luna Flusha was a bit squirrely under braking there in towards turn number 1, but she was trying to hold off from that inside row with the drivers starting behind her. Of course, she kept off Marcus Shilkunis. Hugo Heron there as well. There's Sky Parker just coming through the shot. You can see in the green and pink helmet just coming through. But everyone else with a really strong start there. But it's Hamza Al-Fayez who leads the way from Luna Flusha at this moment in time. There you can still see Marcus Shilkunis in 3rd place. Head on, holding on right now to P4 as Shilkunis is going to look to the inside at turn 16. It's not going to work out for him. Stays in P3 and across the line they go. It is Hamza Al-Fayez from Flusha, Shilkunis from Kelleher. Head on is in P5 from Gale, Sajeleski from Motlaka. Ghazi Motlaka, 4 places gained in this opening lap. He's up into P8, and he is closing in on the driver from Poland just ahead. Philippe Carras, Sky Parker, rounding out the top 10. At the moment, biggest mover, though, in this race. You look further down, Elizaveta Kozlova has gained 8 places on this opening lap, and she is up inside the top 20 in P19. Here, though, are the current stats for your front runners. 1 place gained, 1 place dropped. The Jordanian Hamza Al-Fayez and the Spaniard Luna Flusha line astern here. But Marcus Shilkunis continues to pressure the rear bumper of Flusha. And the same is under pressure from Daniel Kelleher in P4. Head on, though, has got up into P4 now. Austin Gale has got through. And Kelleher has gone down to 6th place now as they next cross the timing beam. But this is a close battle here. Hamza Al-Fayez has not been able to break away as there. Drama for the rest of them. And who has gone off the track there? We can see, is that, I'm trying to go work that out. I can't quite see the number on the carts. but they're tumbling down the order here. I think Ryan Caruz was the driver that we saw there just walking away. Elizabeth Kozlova's kart is stricken at the side of the circuit there as well. And I think the 218 of Charlotte Page's kart also out of the race there. Well, that is Ryan Caruz, unfortunately, just walking away from the kart. So there are karts stricken all over the circuit here now. Yellow flags out in that final sector. But so many drivers out in that opening lap then. So down to just the 26 runners in this race. And we still stay focused at the front here. Hamza Al-Fayez continues to hold on to this lead. But the fight is very close here. Big hit of that curb. You've got to be so careful here as Flusha's going to look to the inside now at turn number 8. Nicely done down the inside. Flusha puts herself on the front spot here, but loses out on it once again. Hamza Al-Fayez back in the lead. These two are exchanging places now. This is keeping everyone closely riled in. But these drivers here, so close. But let's see what happens now. Well, Ghazi Motlaka as well there in 9th place. Really pushing his way through on this one. He was 8th. He's dropped down one spot on this, but he's still inside that top 10 as a warning flag has gone out to Isaac Say. So he needs to be careful, Isaac Say. Otherwise, he might find himself in a real sticky situation here as Shilkunis there is in a sticky situation, though, here as down the inside, Hugo Heron has found himself up into 3rd place. Gale's got himself in a good position as well now. But Gale finds himself still running in that top 5. Shilkunis splitting the two of them apart here. Eyes will stay on these two. Flusha not able to find her way past fully just yet. We're on lap 5 of 12. Keep an eye on this field here. Still those big movers in the further down the order. Julian Pope up 6 places. And obviously a fair few of these drivers unfortunately out of the race. Eyes focusing on these top 2. There's the gap between the two of them. It's absolutely nothing. 0.2 of a second between these top 2. And for Hamza Al-Fayez so far this season, well, we've not seen much of him right up at the sharp end of the order. And Hamza Al-Fayez in the standings, well, is quite a far down in the order. He doesn't find himself in that top section. We see him racing in the Middle East. He certainly delivered some good results over the course of this season, but finds himself now fighting at the front here and still looking very competitive right now. Flusha still there. Head on. Shilkunis now started to work together a little bit here. They're trying to close in on those top 2. He end lap number 6. On to lap 7 now of 12. Still Austin Gale. You can see him there just behind in the background. Behind Shilkunis. He will have Kelleher for pressure as well. This was the moments here for Flusha across that curb. Big hit of that first curb there in towards turn number 5 and 6. A very fast chicane there. The drivers try to carry as much speed as they can. Flusha very wide there, the exit of turn number 9. Again, you can just see there, she's just trying to carry more momentum through the corner. But she's not managed to find a way past Al-Fayez just yet. Continues to lead it. Big lunge down the inside. There it is from Luna Flusha out of nowhere. The speed came to her and she found her way through. And now Luna Flusha takes the lead of this one. However, Hamza Al-Fayez did manage to get that move back past in the early stage. Can he do it again here? The driver who started on the front row has got the pace, and he is going to fight it back. Down the inside, through turn number 7. Retakes the lead. Flusha's going to fight it back now. Here comes Hugo Heron. Down the inside, Fayez gets squeezed out wide. He's going to lose out on 2nd, now 3rd place. As Heron gets through. And it's all kicking off here now between these drivers. Shilkunis, I think, has got himself up into 2nd place now, but now he's under pressure from Heron. Hamza Al Fayez, you can see him there now. He's in P4. Austin Gale's on that rear bumper. But this is released Flusha now in the front. Luna Flusha is breaking away from the rest of the field. The gap is 0.4 of a second from Shilkunas. Head on is there as well. Another 0.4 behind. Hamza Al Fayez now retakes that third place, finds the gap through the inside of Hugo Head on at turn number 4. In towards the chicane, through the hairpin of 7, down the hill they go. No change at this point, but Hamza Al Fayez back up into third place. Can try and focus in closing in on Shilkunas, who is breaking away now. There is a substantial gap between these two, and that just shows how close it is in terms of the pace here. Shows how quickly it can all be affected here through these chicanes. And so many overtaking opportunities around this track. It's so difficult for a driver to defend a position. You see how wide the circuit is there on the start-finish line. Tightens, though, as it gets into this top section. The track averaging around an 8-meter width around the entire circuit. These drivers looking so competitive right now. And Shilkunas has just set that fastest lap of the race. 0.3 of a second is the gap between Shilkunas and Flusha. These two at the start of the season were constant title rivals, and they have certainly delivered over the course of this season. Right now, we get to see these two battle away again in a qualifying heat. But Hamza Al Fayez controlling this second pack now. Head on has not been able to find a way through just yet. Watch him again. It's that tighter line into that final chicane. Carries the speed, and again, you do need to be a bit careful with these sort of defensive lines and holding these tighter lines. It's a relatively smooth tarmac here, but there are moments where it is quite coarse on the runoff. The curves are quite rough as well in the runoff area there, as, oh dear, that is Franciszek Zielinski, unfortunately out of the race. He tried to get that restarted there. I think it's stuck in a part of the circuit. And unfortunately, the driver from Poland is out. He becomes the latest retirement. Isaac Sayers also retired in this race. So Anastasia Genesis has got herself back into P24, where she originally started. But eyes maintain focus on these top 3 positions. Hamza Al Fayez continues to hold on to P3. We go on to the final lap. And Luna Flusha once again has pushed her way through. Here's the lead change. Well, I can't hear the message there from race control, but I suspect saying all clean and fine for those front runners. And Luna Flusha, just that big move down the inside into that final chicane. Now, we have said over the start of this weekend that it is a popular overtaking opportunity, and Flusha showcasing there that it is. Maximum Rafalek, the latest driver to see a warning flag in this one. But with the last lap board out, Luna Flusha is just looking to take it to the line now. She didn't need to race today. She's already won that title in 2024. But today, she will start the day in fine form. The Spaniard claims the first win of the weekend. She adds it to her tally of qualifying heat wins and takes that win ahead of Marcus Shilkunas. Hamza Al Fayez from the front row does finish in P3 ahead of Hugo Heron and Austin Gale. Daniel Kelleher from Philippe Carras, Jean Carras finishing in P8. The two brothers once again having a strong performance in this one. Maximum Rafalek and Mohamed Menemni finishing in the top 10 from Gazi Motlaka. Sky Parker, Sebastian Corpeng up 5 places into 13th from Adam Sador and Charles Lambert, who gained 4 places to finish in that top 15. 16th place downwards, though, sees Gianna Pascal gaining 4 places, finishing in P16. Then it's Sana Matsui in 17th from Alessandro Biggie, Prixterino from Julian Pope, Sophia Sanfari from Louis Hartmann, Yana Kapoor and Anastasia Genesis running at the top 24. The